Welcome back to the Learning Curve podcast with Darcy and Lauren.
Today we have Alastair Cameron on. Hi, Alastair.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Good. It's miserable weather, but it's nearly Easter, so hopefully it's going to be sunny over Easter.
What are your Easter plans?
Go to Rosnowla for a day and night, and then go to Belfast for a night as well.
Oh, lovely.
Mhm.
Enjoy. Well,
Can't
have
wait.
fun, don't get meningitis while you're
No.
Yeah, so Alastair, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, well, I moved to Derry when I was 25. Brought a recruitment agency over from England. Set up the recruitment agency. Worked in recruitment for 9 or 10 years, and then I was made redundant. So basically I started a business off the back of that with one of my colleagues in the office that I worked with called Starticus, which was an online platform for startups and entrepreneurs. We wrote a lot about the startup scene across the UK. We did journalism, we ran events, we ran pitch competitions, and I did that until last year.
Yeah. No, I feel like a lot of people kind of would know you from now TechTides.
Absolutely, yeah. Like TechTides over the last probably less than 12 months now. I came up with TechTides last June.
Yeah.
But basically had run Starticus for 12 years. So that's where I built my network and built up all my connections within the Irish tech scene.
Yeah. How important do you think that network was then, building that up?
Oh, incredibly important. Like obviously the longer you stayed in the industry and the more people you got to know was why we became successful, because we became known as a place to go to share news about your startup journey. And then obviously we worked a lot with tech companies as well to kind of share information to young people about tech careers as well.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of what I really liked about hearing about TechTides was the amount of young people posting about it on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I never got to actually go to it. I wasn't here. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, all these people, and the amount of women speakers as well was, do you know how many?
Yeah, we had 51% female speakers.
51% female. Get
That's
us
crazy.
there.
Yeah,
TechTides
51%.
Belfast, she'll be speaking.
Totally, 11th of June.
Yeah.
11th of June is the TechTides Belfast event. But in terms of audience, we had 47% attendees who were female as well.
That's so good.
And obviously knowing the tech sector, it is predominantly still male.
Yeah.
Maybe 15-20% female. So there's a lot of work still to be done to encourage more software engineers. And obviously not just encourage them to join the sector, but keep within the industry as well.
Yeah, no, that's really important, because I feel like we were, in our course, we have about 5 women, and we're look, when you're applying for a job, and then you go through the interview process, and then you sit down to your interview, and it's 2 men, and you're just
Totally.
And then you go into the job, and all your team's men.
Yeah.
But hearing this, you're the all those percentages, I'm like, that's so cool. That's
Absolutely
amazing. But yeah.
Absolutely.
We switch it over now.
What first sparked your interest in technology?
Oh, see, I am not technically that inept. Well, I'm inept at technology, to be honest. It's not something that I'm very good at, but what I'm good at is learning about the industry and what makes people tick within the industry, what type of career path that people need to take, but also the startup sector itself, what's innovation all about, and what does innovation mean in terms of technology and driving change. So me personally, I'm not very good at technology, but I'm really passionate about how much technology can make a difference to people's lives. And you can see obviously from the type of startups that are coming out of Northern Ireland and Ireland that there's some really good, amazing businesses that are kind of changing the way that people do things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what encourages me, and that's what I'm passionate about within the tech space.
So you'd be more driven by business than actual tech?
Yeah, because ultimately tech comes down to the business. What is the problem? What is the customer problem that they're trying to solve? And the majority of businesses, in fact probably most or all businesses, have to have a solution. And that's probably technology driven. And it's technology that makes that change, but without the actual kind of solid idea which changes the customer element, then you you don't solve anything at all and you don't have a business.
Yeah.
So you're the solution kind of man. Yeah. Do you have any startups you want to give to us? Do you want to pass on that we can really get, you know?
Well, I mean, like, obviously to name drop one that's doing really well in Derry at the moment is a company called Optic AI, which is a go-to market kind of platform for businesses, startups, SaaS companies.
Yeah.
So they're doing really well. They raised recently, and I think probably they'll raise again in the next kind of 12 months or so.
Yeah.
And we need more of those type of companies coming through, not just in Derry but in Northern Ireland as a whole.
I really like that the first conference was in Derry as well, because we always talk about like there's literally 0 conferences, 0 hackathons, and nothing's ever based in Derry. So when, like, you know, when it was shown, oh, it's in the Millennium Forum, I know where that is. And I was like, did not know it was here, so it was so good to hear. And then obviously you might know someone who's speaking and you're like, oh my goodness, like...
Totally, like, and there's a good reason for that, is like I'm frustrated about
the
ecosystem within Ireland. It predominantly is Dublin and Belfast. And it's really important that people obviously in smaller places get to see and hear and learn from the same type of speakers that you would get in Dublin or Belfast or even further afield. So with TechTides Belfast, we've got speakers coming in from England, one from Vienna, one from Barcelona. They're travelling in to speak at the conference, so it offers a new perspective. But if you're only always just talking internally, then you don't really learn from other people.
You'll just be hearing the repeat of the same. And
totally, and it was just basically because I was driving back from Belfast one day and frustrated at the fact that everything was in Dublin and Belfast, and just thought, I've got nothing to lose. I'd basically just come back from cancer. I've been on a cancer journey for 2 years. I'd had some good news, and I thought, well, without swearing, I basically was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Exactly.
Let's basically do a tech conference in Derry. And long may it continue. We've already plans for this year as well.
You know, I really love your attitude at all. You seem like such a strong person, like going through, you know, like cancer and then doing this. I'm like, oh my god, like you're someone everyone has to look up to now. Like, that's incredible.
Well, I was really vocal during my cancer journey on LinkedIn, especially just to share news about my journey, because other people are going through cancer quite quietly. And the amount of people that message me privately say, look, obviously you're kind of helping me because you're sharing word on your own cancer journey, because I'm going through this at the moment. And those people don't need to necessarily share what their journey is online, but if someone else is doing it for them, or sharing word on like the symptoms that maybe someone gets. So it was bowel and liver cancer that I had. And the survival rate is about 20%, and I'm in that lucky 20% at the moment. So the way I look at it is, why not do something positive? And if cancer comes back, then it does. So be it.
No, I love that. I love, like, why not turn that situation to something positive, and why not share your story? I think everyone kind of lives behind, you know, like, oh,
it's common too. It's nothing to be shying away from. It's good to talk about it.
I feel like people don't talk about anything these days. They want to like show we're perfect, you know, there's nothing wrong, but like that's not like a good community. You need to like you know, obviously you want to keep private, that's okay, but I feel like, you know, you've done a great job with that. Well done.
Thank you.
No, that's so inspirational. I feel like anyone listening today will be like, oh my goodness, like,
well, everyone's hiding something.
Exactly.
Like the hardest thing for me during my cancer treatment was not the cancer, it was my mental health. And not necessarily about the cancer either, and that's something that I might share with people another time. But I didn't realise the knock-on effect that the cancer was having on my mental health, even at the time, even though I didn't think the two were connected. So TechTides has been like an absolute blessing to me, to actually get out there and do something positive and make a change, because otherwise I would have been at home not working.
So what did you study at uni?
Oh my god, I did drama and media.
You did drama and media?
I was a tree.
So how on earth did you get into technology?
So I think that my career within recruitment was really beneficial, because recruitment is all about people. It's about selling to people. So you get to learn like business development skills. You get to learn customer service skills, and then obviously I got to learn management skills as well. So like taking that into the career that I've got now, I feel that even though it's really fun, the things that I do, there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes that people don't see, which is getting all the sponsors on board, obviously, for the event, or getting all the attendees to turn up and making sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah.
These are all things that, in a way, drama kind of was helpful for as well, because it's about putting on a public face.
Yeah, exactly.
And as much as I'm quite outward to people here now, like at home, I'm less so. So I think drama kind of gives you that kind of skill to be able to put on a presentation.
Yeah. Sometimes like, oh, I'm this person today, I'm going to be doing this here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. Do you have any? Sometimes I find I'm like, Lauren...
You're still blown away that I did drama at university.
I'm stuck on that.
She's like, can I change my degree and do that now instead? I don't want to graduate in computer science.
When you first had the idea for TechTides, did you imagine it becoming what it has today?
Yes. Not because of me personally, but because I knew how much enthusiasm there was. I put a post up on LinkedIn to say I was thinking of doing a tech conference in Derry, and the amount of feedback I got, the amount of comments, the amount of people that volunteered, the amount of sponsors that came to me directly and said we'd love to be involved.
Yeah.
It was really quickly obvious that there was a need for it in the city. So the next challenge for me is making it a sustainable business. So doing one conference a year is not enough. So that's why I'm doing Belfast.
Yeah.
But then next year we're going to go and maybe do Galway.
Yeah.
So the plans are 3 tech conferences across the island of Ireland, and then we'll maybe scale somewhere else and go to Brighton or Bournemouth or Bristol, somewhere where there's a really interesting tech scene. So that's the plans over the next kind of 12 to 18 months.
Yeah. No, I really love that you're going to like the places people want to think, oh, we're gonna have a conference there. No, I really
Totally. Yeah. And Galway's awesome as well. So like obviously it means that I can have a beer.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. I remember. Oh my god, I remember when the boat tour there when I was an intern. Oh, I nearly fell off that boat.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Nice, good social life as well.
So you got a mix.
And there's a good university as well. Like it's got a good tech scene, so it kind of makes sense to do something. And outside of Dublin as well, because Dublin is well serviced by tech conferences already. So to put it on in Galway would be a nice kind of addition to Belfast and Derry.
Yeah.
But who knows, we might go somewhere else in the world.
Yeah. So obviously our podcast is for students. So we're final year. What piece of advice would you give? Say, I want to do a startup. I don't want to go for a graduate job. What would you say to me? What would you tell me to do?
I would say the idea is the easy bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got an idea for a business. So it's the actual creating the structure and having the foundations to know what to do next.
Yeah.
And that's the bit where you have to reach out to other people and get support and advice and guidance. And there's a lot of organisations that exist in Northern Ireland to help you do that. So take advice from other people, take guidance from other people, join like the UU Enterprise Society. Like if you go to another university in Northern Ireland and join their societies, like there's opportunities to pitch and to kind of refine your startup idea. So really get involved in the ecosystem itself and come to things like TechTides. Learn from other people and really kind of take on board what people are offering in terms of advice, because a lot of the time it's free and the ecosystem in Ireland is really friendly.
Everyone's so lovely.
Yeah.
Who do you think like you've learned the most off from, like the experience from TechTides? Like who would you say, you've learned anything from that's been beneficial?
Oh my god.
Could be more than one person.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Who have I learnt the most from?
Or the biggest piece of advice you've taken from someone?
Failure's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time people fail and see it as a bad thing. And like if you go to California or San Francisco, where people start businesses all the time, it's generally not the first businesses that succeed. It's the third or the fourth one. And they have this mentality that basically if you get knocked down, you get up and you try again. Yeah. And I think that's the best piece of advice I've got, is basically to take failure as a positive thing as well. Yeah. And a lot of people, like young people and old people alike, need to understand that failure is something which we all go through in life. And the more you fail, the more you pick yourself up and you learn from it and you get better.
Yeah. I feel like though, like when you're younger, you get taught like failure is like the worst thing possible. If you fail, like I don't know,
it feels like
it feels like that, like you're the worst person to exist, you know,
Yeah.
maybe like to yourself. And then I feel like, you know, when you're in school as like a child, if you do anything bad or you fail, and then you grew up with that, and then you're kind of like, okay, you leave uni, you leave whatever, and you're like, okay, I failed. What do I do? Like, is this is this what I do with this failure now?
Yeah, totally. It's just all about pathways.
Yeah.
And like one pathway that you fail at might open an opportunity to
Yeah.
another. So it's taking those opportunities when they come to you, and if you fail at something, then just so be it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do get taught at school, and like academia is still a wee bit behind in terms of understanding that.
I love you're saying a wee bit.
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 No, I haven't got the Derry accent, but I've,
No, so when you said a wee, I was like, oh, in the accent. Didn't know what got across.
Yeah. So it's academia kind of still looks at things from a grades-based perspective, and that's not going to change because governments always have to have reports and have criteria for people to succeed at. But just because you failed at something, I failed at my A-levels pretty badly, but I still managed to go to university.
Yeah, it's like Jeremy Clarkson, he always talks about that every like A-level or GCSE. He's like, I got these scores and look at me now. I love that.
Exactly, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Jeremy Clarkson, but I get the point.
You could be Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm definitely not Jeremy Clarkson.
Well, you never know. You never know. Take the mask off.
I'm not having a farm.
You're not having... Why not?
Oh, it's too much hard work.
Don't get me started on farms. My dad's a farmer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, part-time.
Her dad's Jeremy Clarkson.
My dad's Jeremy Clarkson revealed. I know, literally, I believe so much. Like, I don't know about you, but see this year, like, see the lessons I've learned since, like, September's, like, final year especially, like, going into it. I feel like going from working for a year, because we both worked in our placement, and then like, you know, doing all the tech stuff, and you like your coding, I hate my coding, that's the kind of vibe, but going into final year, I'm just like, oh my god, like the amount of like rejections, but then there's like there's other things, I'm like, oh my goodness, if that didn't happen, this wouldn't happen, it's like,
is it rejection is redirection or something?
Yeah,
like that?
rejection is redirection.
Yeah, and also like it's getting hard for graduates at the
so
moment.
Hard,
It's getting there's less apprenticeship opportunities, there's less placement opportunities, and there's less like first jobs after university.
Yeah, I think the hard thing as well is a lot of people we're finding is that, you know, from the companies they did work with are not offering jobs anymore, or the jobs there are so much hard to get because there's limited numbers, and then people who, you know, had the placement and got the job through that, those are the ones that have got, you know, a job now, and we're just kind of like, what do we do? Where do we go?
Well, you're doing the right thing because first of all, you're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
So you're getting your word out there about what you're doing, but also it shows initiative. So like on your CV, that should definitely be focused on.
Dean's List. 2 times Dean's List.
Like you also, I know you volunteered at Women Tech Makers.
Yes.
So it's like those volunteering opportunities to kind of get yourself into the tech sector and get known by people.
Exactly.
So like Janine Crosby is on that.
And TechTides,
on the same kind of like group of people for Women in Tech. And building those relationships with people like that is going to only be advantageous for you going forward.
Yeah, you don't realise your connections at all. And like LinkedIn's so like such a good tool, isn't it?
You love LinkedIn.
I love LinkedIn.
I love LinkedIn.
I love her. Like we love LinkedIn.
Yeah.
We're like my LinkedIn heart beside us right here. No, like when you was on, we're just like LinkedIn king.
Yeah.
Like, but then I was looking at your followers and I was like, move aside. I'm joking.
Well, like, but only like 12 years ago, I had no followers.
Yeah.
I wasn't even on LinkedIn.
Did you buy them? I'm joking.
I didn't buy them.
Be honest.
But like, it's just been people that I've connected with over the years, and that's why I can get speakers to come to TechTides that other people in Northern Ireland can't.
Yeah.
Because I've built up those relationships and gone to London and met people and had that networking session with those people. So like, it's about getting yourself out there, and even if you're an introvert, you can find something positive from going to a tech conference or like a networking event. Even if you stand to the side and let someone take the lead in terms of conversation, those people can still be really beneficial to a tech company, and just demonstrating that you're kind of volunteering or going to events is really important.
Showing your face and that kind of thing, so handy. But
what lessons have you learned through your career that you didn't expect to learn?
Oh, I like that one. I know I wrote them, but still. Quite like that one.
I worked for a really good company. Having said that, when I was being made redundant, it is true to a certain degree that you are just a number.
Yeah.
and redundancy is something that a lot of people go through, and when they go through that process they learn to realise that while you're good for the employer, you're good for them, and if you're no longer good for them, then there's no future for you in that business.
It's quite a hard thing to grapple with, because you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've given them, you build a relationship in your job, and then you're like, oh, I've given them all my time, I've helped them get this far with certain things. You're like, thanks, go, like, fuck off basically now.
And then like now as an employer myself, I try and look after people that work for me. Do
you get where the company's coming from with it?
Yes. I do get where the company's coming from. Like the business that I was part of, the office that I worked for wasn't making enough money to sustain itself. So it just wasn't sustainable in the dairy marketplace. So it's understandable why they closed the business where they did. But it's just treat those people with lots of respect while they're going through a redundancy process. And that's the biggest lesson I've learned, is people might come and go when they're working for me, but they'll always think of me in a positive way, or I hope they will anyway. That
you tried, you did your best for them. And, I feel like it's so hard though in those bigger companies as well, when they're like, nope, next, or like, I'm not giving it. You're just like, okay, you're like a cog in like a machine. It's like, oh goodness. But no, what piece of advice would you give someone, say, studying and just have, like, they're scared about the future? What would you say?
I don't think AI is going to kind of kill all jobs. That's the first thing to kind of think about. I think it's going to mean that jobs change.
Do you think they should specialise in AI more so now?
I think companies are already looking to how if they're not looking to, they're a bit behind the times in how they can integrate AI into their workflow. So that means that jobs are going to change and some jobs might go, but I think it also creates opportunities. And you only have to look online to see how many AI experts that have already suddenly created jobs for themselves, where they're going out and training AI to businesses. That's exactly the same to like 15 years ago when social media started, and social media was being trained to businesses for the first time because they didn't know what to do. It's a bit like 3D printing was like in the rage like 10 years ago, and then everyone thought we've got to do something in 3D printing, and then it didn't necessarily change the job market, but everyone was jumping onto the bandwagon. Businesses will integrate AI, but hopefully for the right reasons, not to lose jobs.
Make things go a bit faster, automation. That's so scary as well, especially because we have, there's courses in AI. Now you're thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to get all the jobs. It's so crazy. We're just looking at it I feel like we're looking at it from a different like perspective at this kind of bit now. Well, for me, I'm just like,
no jobs.
I'm just like, no job, no. So if you want to give us a job.
Well, there's definitely opportunities for graduates still.
Oh, completely, yeah.
Definitely opportunities, and I think once you get that first job and you're in the system, so to speak, then it gets a lot easier, and obviously the salaries in the tech sector are really good. So you keep that in mind, and if it means that you have to go and volunteer with a company for a couple of weeks to get experience, do that. Don't feel like you're being taken advantage of. Take advantage of the opportunity.
Take advantage of that. Just say yes to every opportunity. That's the thing now. But
if I get any opportunities,
you will. We'll make a video and it's like, give her a job now or else. But what was I gonna say? Oh, are you a feminist? Do you want to?
Of course.
He's a feminist, but he's gonna join the Gay Women in STEM. This is our society at uni. It's called Gay Women in STEM.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, chair here.
And how many people have you got in the network?
How many people? I think we've about 80 members now, and that's good for our really, really, really tiny campus. So
no, that's amazing.
I know we're actually planning doing a self-defense course. Cut that out because.
Well, I will sort you guys out with some tickets to come to TechTides.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, year one with TechTides in Derry, we gave away free tickets, and we're not doing that for year two. But I think obviously for the fact that you got me on the podcast and you're also doing a good thing, then I'll make sure like a few of your members can come along.
Thank you, that's so nice. We'll definitely be there.
That'd be great. I would love to go. That would be my first conference.
Ever?
Yeah, I haven't been.
Amazing.
I tried to get her to come to Women, but
I'm always working.
But she was on Super Value. Like, what's more important? Super Value tills
you have to earn your wage.
True. True.
You
I've
have
got a
to
car to pay
anyways.
for.
I know, I keep like bullying you with super value. I'm like, leave it. Leave them.
I'm going in soon.
It's just to work at 6.
Today,
6 tonight, yeah. Quit. Can I ring?
Any
Can
money?
we call them up and say you're sick? No. You
No,
ask a
seriously.
question. What do you think of Darcy's new hair? There's a question.
well, you both dyed your hair, haven't you?
So yesterday, I decided. Well, no, it's been a long decision in the heart. Really, I know this is a bit irrelevant, but anyway. I want to bleach my eyebrows because my sister did, and I was like, okay, I'm going to bleach my eyebrows. Let's just say, I looked albino. I looked horrible. Let me see if I've got photos.
It wasn't too bad.
No, it was pretty bad. Oh, I do have a
And then you
photo.
dyed them red. And then you dyed them black.
Yeah, so this was me.
Okay.
Yes. And then I was like, do you want to see Alex? I look the same colour as my like Labrador, basically. I really look like his mother. And then I decided to dye them orange after.
Nice.
There's the orange. For reference, orange. And yeah.
She texted me if she can use toilet bleach to do it.
Yeah, I'd never bleached before. And then I decided
I'm not an expert in these kind of things.
do not use toilet bleach to dye your eyebrows. There's a little hint.
Dye anything on the water? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
It happens to the best of us, really. And then I was like, I found some red hair dye in my sister's room. She moved out, and I was like, that's mine. So then I bleached here, and I dyed it red, and I think this is the new look. But yeah, yeah.
I
that's
don't
about
know
it.
what to say.
You're speechless. He's speechless
I don't know what to
because
say.
So we've had if my hair falls out, the next time I bleach it,
It won't happen. Mine so survived.
yours survived. I really enjoy that hairstyle, but yeah,
It looks a bit crazy.
no, it looks right nice. Anyway, cutting back to what we were talking about. Do you have any more questions? Do you have any questions for us? There's a thing that we never.
Well,
no one ever asked.
why are you doing the podcast? Like,
Because we're
what,
forced to.
No.
is it because you're forced to?
Yeah, our lecturer took it
No.
for our
Cut
CV.
that out, cut that out.
For your CV?
No, I feel like more like to give us something to do on a Thursday. No, I'm joking. Huh? To torture Al.
I wasn't really involved with anything campus related until this year, and then Lauren texted me to do this, so I thought, why not? Like, I wasn't part of any societies or
Mhm.
anything, so I just wanted to
Yeah, you're
more meet people.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, and kind of just like
You're
feel-
kind of involved with every part of the campus, so I think it was just natural for you to do this.
just why not? Like you might as well see like it hasn't been done before,
Mm-hmm.
so do it, and then other people can do it after you, and you know you'll be the original, just the original characters of the podcast.
We have to pass the torch.
Pass the torch over.
Good. But like what you're doing is a great thing because
Mhm.
it's being able to share kind of information
Mhm.
and learnings with other people.
And what I love most about it as well, like I feel like the few recent episodes is that we've got to bring people that we met maybe when we like did our networking and when we like went out, and you know people that you know like who could we bring in that would make it a difference, or like someone would listen to and be like, oh, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna go with that.
But you just literally walked up to me at Women Techmakers. Will you be on the podcast? I was like, I don't know, yeah.
Just say yeah, every opportunity. You might as well, like at this point, free will.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm a big believer in serendipity and the fact that, like, so I'll give you an example. I was
Uh-huh.
in Manchester at, like, MadFest, which is the marketing and design festival.
Yeah.
It's massive. Like, there's about 4,000 attendees.
It's me.
And there's this guy handing out baseball caps.
Mhm.
And basically he gave me one of the baseball caps and said, here, do you want to know the story about the baseball cap? And I was like, yeah, happy days. And it was called Uncle Matt's. And it was a hat company that was formed because his brother unfortunately committed suicide.
Mhm.
And the brother who was giving me the hat, basically family, always used to call like Uncle Matt hat.
Yeah.
Because he always used to wear baseball caps.
Oh.
So from that, like I said, yeah, awesome, let me take a hat. But now I've contacted him and I've bought £800 worth of baseball caps.
Goodness.
And I'm giving those £800 worth of baseball caps to all the sponsors who come to TechTides. And on stage I will tell that story so that it spreads the word about Uncle Matt and
Yeah.
the hat company. and what they're trying to achieve, obviously with the brand.
Yeah.
Spreading word about mental health, and especially
Yeah.
males' mental health, which a lot of the time doesn't get talked about.
Yeah.
So I believe that if I hadn't gone to Manchester, I wouldn't have met him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have something to give to my sponsors, and I wouldn't be talking about it now.
Yeah. That's so important. I feel like recently, well, I probably shouldn't have said this recently, I probably should have in my whole life, but recently, like, you really think, oh, like, if kindness really is such, like, is the way forward, do you know what I mean? Like, you're only, like, your people's lives are gonna, if you're just gonna be kind, like, it's free, do you know what I mean? I feel like you sit down and you're like, oh my goodness, like, I, like, see a TikTok and I'm like, like, ugh, that just, like, brings a wee tear to my eye, doesn't it? I ramble about this kind of thing. That is such a good story, and, like, saying that, is that, you're gonna be doing that in Belfast, TechTides? Yeah.
So that's going to be in Belfast, and then I'll do something in Derry separate to that.
Yeah.
I'll think of an organisation that are based maybe in the northwest that I can kind of support through TechTides, and we'll do something. And my business is a limited company. I'm here to make money, but at the same time, I want to do good.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to do social good, and I want my business to be known for doing social good.
Yeah.
So that's really important to me.
So tell us about some of the sponsors for the Belfast.
Yeah. So we've got Alchemy Technology Services, which is a Derry-based company.
Yeah.
They're just supporting what we do wherever we go.
Yeah.
So they're amazing. We've got High Level, which is an American Texas firm that basically I was introduced to, and they love supporting tech conferences outside of America. So they're coming on board, and we've got Allstate NI, which is a massive employer in Northern Ireland. They've got offices in Derry and Belfast. They're supporting the tech conference as well. So they're 3 headline sponsors.
Yeah.
Underneath that, we've got loads of gold sponsors as well.
No, take Liberty out, just saying. They rejected.
We haven't got Liberty on board
we'll
anyway.
not get into this one here.
We're all getting rejected by our placements.
Really?
Yes, so I worked for Liberty. Your proof point.
Proof point.
Rejected. Do a big rejected noise. Yeah.
So cheeky.
So cheeky of them.
So when do you need to get your placements by?
Oh no, our graduate
Just
jobs.
graduate
Oh,
jobs.
Right,
yeah,
okay, cool.
We have to leave this uni
Yeah.
soon. we're graduating in if you want to come to our graduation, it's Monday, July 6th.
Monday, July the
You're
6th.
welcome to
It's
come.
in the diary.
3 p.m. is the service, but after you can come. Party. I'm going to host an after party.
Sorted.
Everyone's invited.
What, with your 80 STEM female
Yeah,
techies?
yeah,
Bring
and
them
all my I'm gonna put it on LinkedIn. All connections can come. show we're connected to get in. That's gonna be the proof. Such a
Like
good
people
idea.
follow you at the door.
Yeah, there's one thing I was actually this is a good idea. I'm just gonna go into my startups. Is someone should make LinkedIn dating app, combine the two. How?
Well, there's a fine line, because obviously LinkedIn is a professional business network, but some, especially females on the platform, can feel that they are sometimes hounded
Really?
by people. Yeah, like, and it's not appropriate for LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But like, there's loads of dating apps that have a niche.
To the you could.
So you could have a professional network which is there to kind of create connections and network with each other, and maybe find relationships from.
But do you mean like setting up employers with employees?
No.
Or do you mean an actual?
No, she means an actual dating app.
That's a terrible idea.
No, it's like, so you can put their net worth.
Network.
Yes, you can find who's getting paid the most.
So maybe that's what you should call it.
I don't know about that idea at all.
She's correct. Do you know what I mean? You can find who's CEO, who's got the highest pay, who can give you the Birkin.
No.
I had this idea. This has been
Keep it inside.
I thought it was quite a good one. Rejected again. Liberty gone. Now this is gone.
I thought you meant like
No.
setting up employees and employers.
Okay, yeah. I mean that. We can do that now. We can roll with that if you really don't like that. Do you have any startup ideas?
No.
No. If one idea came to mind, what would it be? 5, 4.
I don't have anything.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, I've got a question for you. So what made you think you're going to do the podcast this year? What made you come out of your comfort zone to kind of do something this year specifically?
Because I wasn't really a sociable person, and then I went on placement, and then I kind of came out of my shell a bit, and I wanted to get more involved in college because I only had 1 year left.
Yeah.
And then I got the opportunity to do this, and I thought, why not try and get a bit involved? But placement definitely helped me socialise. I'd say a lot of people would say the same.
Yeah, a lot of like people.
I think so. I think placements should be mandatory.
Yeah.
because it's that practical work experience that you get which is most important, because you can learn a lot of stuff academically, but it's only when you go in the workplace that you get to socialise with people and know that hopefully everybody treats you exactly the same as the boss.
Exactly.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I also find out when you get your first experience and in the industry, it's like you find that do you actually like what you're doing, or do you like what bits do you like better than do you want to code for the rest of your life, basically is the question, and like you can really work that out.
They let me be project manager for a month.
Oh,
I did not like it.
You didn't like it?
I think you'd be suited for that.
No, I don't like coding.
I did not like it.
No, that's probably a bad thing to say for other people.
But no, but the fact that you don't like coding is not necessarily the end of your career within technology and software. So there's loads of pathways that you can go where basically you are more managing projects.
Oh yeah,
rather than like doing the code itself.
Yeah, no, I just find it like I feel like since AI, I just been like so lazy with, and it's such a bad thing to be doing. But then everyone uses it, so I'm just kind of more disinterested from it. Yeah. And then like that's just going on, and then we're doing our final year projects, and we're just like, oh.
I refused to use it until this year.
You refused to use it.
And how are the lecturers about you using AI? Are they pro using it, or are they still kind of a little bit on the fence?
It's kind of like, we know you're using it, just don't
overly
make it obvious. Like they know everyone's using it, they just don't want like you putting like the prompt at the start of an essay or something, because it's just a slap in the face, because it's like showing you're not listening in the class. I think it's just an assumed thing, they can't really regulate it, so they just try to get you to learn while you're using it, I suppose.
But the reality is, if workplaces are using it, then it's not cheating, it's just making a process quicker or faster, and that workflow is changing. So in a way, university has to reflect that as well.
Yeah. Like, what's your day to day? Like, what do you like? You wake up, then you use AI, or what's it like? Tell us your day.
I don't use AI that much.
You don't?
No.
Not for emails?
No, not for definitely not for emails.
Not for LinkedIn posts?
Definitely not for LinkedIn posts. Because you can spot them.
Oh, the M dash, and the emoji. I always use it. The emojis at the end, they go like the wee glitter.
Aye, there's a pattern, and you can tell when something's written by AI still, and it doesn't have that human error.
Yeah, it doesn't have that.
So I think that human touch is really important. The one thing that I have used it for is shaping what content we have on stage at TechTides.
Yeah.
And basically using that to basically come up with really good titles for talks, and also the blurbs that accompany them. AI has been really helpful for that, and it's sped up the process a lot. It's also been really helpful for thinking of questions to ask people, especially on stage. So AI is definitely something we're using, but it's helping with things rather than stopping us doing the thought process in the first place. Because the moment you stop thinking is really dangerous, because you can't.
You just turn that switch off, and you're kind of like, I'm just going to rely on this here, and then there.
You forget how to do things in the first place, or you kind of think a process takes too long, when that human element, that human touch, is really important. So I think AI can be used like within business, but not as much as like in coding.
Yeah, I know yesterday I was like, AI's taking it from my life. When I was in the shop and I was looking for something I couldn't bother looking for, so I took a picture of the shelf and said, where is this, find it for me, and it pointed out, because I was so lazy.
Lauren, that's dangerous.
I know, it got that far. I was like, and it was asking me, how are you today? And I was like, no. I was like, no,
you're too far gone.
Like, I cue the song, I think I'm gonna die in this house. It's like literally that.
Well, you do start to think of AI as a human, and you add that human element into your conversations. But the flip of that is, every time you ask a question, it's burning so much energy.
Killing all the trees.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
So we have to remember, obviously, that like that human element, or even saying thank you at the end of an answer being given to you on AI, that is unnecessary conversation.
Some people don't know that. Like, people are just not aware of that. Like, that needs to be talked about so much more then, because I feel so bad for what I've done now. I asked, can you find me a tin of Boost?
So you find out that we're nearly out of clean water, and you said I don't like water anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was bad.
Oops. Well, what can you do? I'll try to be better tomorrow.
You need it.
Everybody is using AI, and like there will be a point where there will be a point where we use it more and more and more, but it's just making sure like that human creative touch is still present, because without that, then we won't have individuals creating amazing things.
Yeah, or ideas or anything. Everyone will be like using the same thing. And
yeah.
Where did you get the name TechTides? That's what I was going to ask you.
This is being completely honest with you. This was AI.
I was going to say, was TechTides AI?
Well, it wasn't.
Clock it.
TechTides, the name wasn't AI, but basically it suggested a few things.
Yeah.
When I was trying to kind of ideate, I really wanted to have a tech conference in Derry that was potentially bigger than just saying Derry Tech Conference.
Yeah.
And also, like, saying Derry and not London Derry to some people can
Just
be an
a bit.
issue as well. So it's too difficult to kind of have the name of the city in the title.
Yeah.
And I also wanted a brand that could grow and expand elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, like, AI was suggesting things like Foil Tide or Derry Tide or things like that. And I was just like, no, it's TechTides.
Yeah.
TechTides is the name. So
That
AI.
your Mark Zuckerberg moment in your college dorm. You were like,
Well,
ding, ding.
well, yeah, I was kind of just sitting at home and doing some research. But like the tagline for TechTides is where innovation flows.
Yeah.
And it's about bringing people to a city for like that 2-3 days and inspiring people. So like I think the name TechTides is really strong, and I think the brand behind it is really strong, and that's come together over like an 8-month period. So what we've achieved in 8 months, I'm thinking like 2 years from now, where could we be?
You just work and hustle it every day. That's how it should be. But yeah, no, I think that's it.
No, that's me.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.